So today we are going to do a Q&A, E3 versus aminos. So ever since we relaunched the E3, which we're so excited about, love it so much, love the feedback on it, I've been getting a lot of questions on whether you should take both or which one over the other. I highly recommend taking both because yes, they both contain essential amino acids, but they also each contain very unique ingredients. Now on the E3, a long list of patented ingredients are on there, very beneficial for health. We've also gone through that as we just did the product launch on that. And then also your essential aminos, non-caffeinated versus caffeinated, but these also contain L-carnitine, citrulline, arginine, glutamine, all very, very important amino acids for muscle growth and cellular health. So definitely take two. How do you want to take them? Obviously, this having 125 milligrams of caffeine, take that one more in the morning, earlier half of the day. This one, take later half of the day, or combine the two. Okay, collagen comparison. I get so many emails. Like I get a lot of comparison.
Which, here we go.
Right. I get a lot of comparison emails. So how does this product compare to ours? Again, I always love those and I encourage you guys to send them to me. One of the most common ones I get though is collagen. And I feel like what you might be missing one of the main or the big picture of the whole thing. It's not just type 1 and 3 versus type 2 or marine versus bovine. But what I want you guys to notice is the patented ingredients that we have added to our collagen, which are huge, sets us apart from all the others by far.
The preflex, all the phytonutrients, the antioxidants that are in the patent ingredients, like Lisa said, the preflex, the polynol, these are extracts, as well as the velocitol, and loaded with phytonutrients.
Right. So it's not really comparing apples to apples when we have to compare our collagen. Really unique product here.
Very.
While we're on that, another comparison I get is a lot. We've talked about proprietary blends before and why we don't like them. But again, get a little bit confusing because we do use proprietary blends. What we don't like about them when other companies use them is when they don't disclose the amount of each ingredient. They literally will lump all the ingredients into one chunk, and then they write the total amount of the blend. So again, you have no idea what you're taking in there. Maybe the star ingredient that you're looking for your health is just listed in there. It might be a sprinkle because they're not telling you how much they use. They might take the cheapest ingredient and put the most of that in there. And then the more expensive ones that probably the ones you really want, and then sprinkle those in. So it's hard for me when I get the comparison emails and I see these big, long proprietary blends, and I just have no idea. Really, again, they're not comparable. So if you notice with our proprietary blends, we list the ingredients and we list the amount. So focus on that as well. I would keep the moisture absorbing packets in there till it's empty because, I mean, think of it. I mean, especially us in Florida, I mean, our house is humid a lot. So if maybe I don't seal my collagen 100%, and then some of that humidity gets in. So it's wise to always just keep the moisture packets in.
Are you planning to rebrand Instant Youth and the Ageless? Yes. The way that they're designed, we're going to come out with a clean label. We're on it. We've gone through over probably almost a dozen right now samples, just trying to get to it. We'll keep reformulating.
What specific products are not vegan? Right now, the factor 4 because of the anchovies, the D3, which
will get changed. Yeah, I think we're going to go to the lichen form of D3, so that would be a vegan friendly.
Yes, but right now the factor 4, the D3, and the collagen. And we are coming out with a whey protein, which of course that won't be vegan.
Hi, Debbie. She asked the type of monk fruit. We are using monk fruit as our sweetener. We'll see it. It's difficult to work with. I will tell you that, but we are using it. For any products for men's sexual health, yes, existing ones now are really anything that has dietary nitrate. So that's the similar pathway that Viagra works is how. Where's our super reds? Let me grab bottles for this.
Up top. So he's getting the super reds and I mean also the essential aminos.
Yeah, essential aminos too. So the super reds definitely is good in a sense for sexual health in theory, right? Because a lot of these ingredients are loaded with antioxidants that are dietary nitrates. For instance, beetroot, aronia berry, grapeseed extract, pomegranate. What was the other one? I said grapeseed. There is others. So the importance there, though, is that because they increase the nitrate, they increase the nitric oxide production, which is what increases the blood flow, opens the blood vessels, increases the blood flow. And that's the same pathway that Viagra works on. In the aminos is citrulline and arginine, both two precursors to nitric oxide as well. So
Yes, and I also have a post coming out later this week with my mouthwash recipe. And why I'm tying that into this is because using commercial mouthwashes, over-the-counter mouthwashes, they can actually kill the bacteria that produces nitric oxide. So kind of think about that. Say you're using like your Listerine all the time or whatever, and you're just killing that bacteria that increases our nitric oxide production, and you're not really helping yourself in that department. So be on the lookout for my post on how to make one with our essential oils. Yes, you can mix all those together.
Wow.
She's good.
And then she asked if she could take all supplements together, which the answer is no, you should not. Was there any harm if you do? No, but it's more effective to follow a certain program that I've highlighted a few times. I'm not gonna do it now because it would take a lot of time away. But yeah.
But like an example is like magnesium.
Or D3 in the morning with your
Right.
first food, or your multi with the first meal, and then your magnesium late.
Or away
As an
from
example.
other vitamins and minerals.
Right.
Also just check out on our website under the learn more section, there's always like a little how to use and a pro tip. Those pro tips can help you. But when it comes to mixing those powders, I mean, I do stuff very similar. I do like to split up my reds and greens just because there are the similar grasses in there, but you don't have to split them up.
The next question here is, what about a product like a Rise matcha and mushroom drink? That is actually this. This is our organic coffee. Has all six, but 6 of the main adaptogenic mushrooms. So
Yes.
great product. Take a look at the supplement facts on the coffee. I think you'll be impressed.
Right, but they're saying also the Rise matcha.
Oh,
So like just making a matcha
Sure,
tea,
sure.
mushroom matcha tea.
I wasn't, yeah.
I mean, again, anything is possible, but right now we have the matcha in our super greens and the mushrooms in the coffee. Can you sell at a farmer's market?
Sure.
Yes, you can.
Yes, flaxseed oil from Phil. Is flaxseed oil in the future? Yes, it is.
Right. CBD internationally, unfortunately, our carriers are not shipping CBD internationally at this time. We really hope to have a solution in the future. Yes, the capsules can all be opened and mixed in a drink if someone has trouble swallowing. The only one that can't clearly be twisted open is the factor 4. But what I've told people that cannot swallow those, you can either throw them in with your protein smoothie in a high-speed blender, or I have some that also will melt in like a warm, hottish cup of water, let it melt, and then drink it that way. Amino acids don't necessarily contribute to your grams of protein per day. And if you want to consider that they do, it's a small amount. So really the goal of dietary consumption of protein is to get at or close to basically your body weight in pounds and grams of protein. You would have to be taking quite
Yeah, even at the best case, you'd be doing 3 to 1. You could get 3 grams of protein per 1 gram of essential aminos. That would be best case scenario.
right. So, and again, essential aminos were the building blocks of our protein. So the combination is very important.
Oh, something about do we have CoQ10? We do actually. We have it as ubiquinol in our factor 4, which is it's a very important ingredient.
The individual oils on the immunity blend. Okay, well, it's orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, and wintergreen peppermint. So those are the oils in it. I will make sure that they get listed. Somebody says addressing the sexual health issue. I can confirm that the super reds is good for that. So
Nice,
thank you for sharing that.
Question.
We do have iron in our women's multivitamin. A lot of times, like if a female does not need the added iron, I suggest them to take the men's. If a man needs the added iron, you can take the women's. A question referring to children. Keep in mind, our products are formulated for adults 18 plus currently. We are coming out with our children's organic multivitamin gummy very soon, which I know my kids can't wait.
There's a question here that says, is there any risk with taking methylene blue with a medication in the SSRI class, which is a lot of the antidepressant medications? Depends on how you get your information. But right now, if you were to just to Google, it would show high risk, it would show drug interaction. But that's because most of the dosing that's used in the studies to compare and to show the drug interactions is based on the IV dosing, because that's where a lot of the data is from IV. As far as oral dosing goes, we're on the very, 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 very low end, but it's still efficacious. It's like a sweet spot. We're at 20 milligrams per film. That 20 milligrams has shown to be clinically an efficacious dose, but not to cause the drug interaction side effects that you see and you read about, because some of those are very serious, right? Serotonin syndrome is a serious side effect that's so very rare. And to my knowledge, never seen with a dose as low as 20 milligrams per film. So take that for what you will, but I would be comfortable using it at the same time. Personally, I think it would probably have more benefit than risk. Oh, Shilajit popped up here. I wonder if Roderick had heard us talk about it, because yes, we are coming soon on Shilajit, and actually we're taking it a step up with what we're doing on our Shilajit. So very, very excited about our product. For those of you who don't know what Shilajit is, Shilajit, and you can see all about the minerals, the humic and fulvic complex.
Coffee. This is it's all on our website. They're organic coffee.
USDA certified organic coffee.
I don't have a factor 4 right here, but factor 4 is our CoQ10, fish oil, garlic, and turmeric. So very powerful anti-inflammatory. Colostrum is in our.
It's probably going to be in two things, but right now it's next up in our protein. So you will see colostrum in our protein, and then we're considering it in another way too, possibly standalone.
Vitamin D and multi can be taken first thing in the morning, but magnesium should be separated 2 hours either way from taking other vitamins. So please, again, check out our learn more sections of each product. We do give you these tips.
We do not sell the Shilajit yet. That's in the works. Mark, you asked a question about testimonials. Yes, there is a testimonial page. What is it? Is that a Facebook?
LiveGood product testimonials. So a lot of people post stuff there, but you can also ask your question there, and people will give feedback. A lot of questions right here about weight loss, and you'll hear me talk about it a lot, but it's really fueling your body right. That's going to cause your body to kick into gear and start that weight loss. We are discussing possibly adding in a little fasting program.
You see our lean body pack on the website, and explains more about our philosophy on weight loss.
Right.
Gut health is in the works. It's like top 3. So it's just it's a finicky product to finalize, especially when you're talking about looking at prebiotic, probiotic, postbiotic, symbiotic. I mean, it's a difficult category. Probably more than one product, to be honest. Fish oil. Yeah, fish oil. Our fish oil is ethically sourced from anchovy. Or sorry, it's anchovy. It's an anchovy. So we want to go with a small fish because we want to avoid the PCBs and the mercury that you can find in the larger fish.
Yeah, so of course clean.
Clean. Yes, pet category will be expanding. Good question, Phil. Hi, Christina, asking about quercetin. Yes, love quercetin as well. Quercetin, berberine, we love that. We'd like to see quercetin in a product. Oh yes. Hey Betty, gut product will absolutely have some digestive enzymes for sure.
Question about a meal replacement shake. It's kind of an interesting topic because it's not, well, at least in the US, it's not regulated. So a lot of companies take say our protein powder, our protein powder, and they'll put on their meal replacement shake. And I've looked at some, I'm not going to mention names of companies, but they also have very similar supplement facts as ours. I think even less calories. I think this was like 90 calories, and they're putting on their meal replacement shake. Now, I think we all should know that 90 calories does not suffice a meal. So there is a certain percentage of macros, fats, carbohydrates, and protein, as well as calories. So be careful when you're looking at or you're sourcing a meal replacement shake, because it's probably not like that. I have done a video on how to make ours a meal replacement shake. That's simply by taking 1 to 2 scoops of the protein, adding in the collagen, super greens, some avocado or nut butter to get the fats in there, some fruit to add up the carbohydrates, and boom, you got yourself a meal replacement shake. Much healthier.
There was a question here on what's the most important product that we have, or should you take all? It depends on the day you ask me, but today I would tell you magnesium is probably the easiest, lowest hanging fruit. Most people are deficient. It's involved in so many things. Just challenge yourself. Take magnesium. Take it the way we'd say for 8 weeks and tell me how you feel. You will notice a difference. Magnesium is fantastic. All right. What is in my glass? This is the collagen, actually. This is the natural appearance of it. Dude, like we talked about. Yep. It's got a nice aroma, almost like a light tea aroma. And if it's cold up where you live, try heating it up, putting it in, having it as a tea. It's great. What else?
Or adding it to your tea.
Or add to your tea. That's right.
All right.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys for watching. We love all your questions and all your support.
Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye now.